My name is Gisel. I am the senior artist for M.A.C Cosmetics, one of them. There's about 52 of us around the world. I'm one of them. I'm more into the Caribbean. So we have several, pretty much with the territory, or the title comes a territory, and mine is, I'm kind of like the floater because there's a few of us, there's about only 4 of us or 3 of us who speak Spanish and English. So I kind of go in between Latin America and the Caribbean. And I had the casual upbringing where my parents, you know, they weren't very well off. They, you know, we had what we needed, not necessarily what we wanted. And we used to go to the fair, and you know, all the kids with their face painted and stuff. And I remember I cried for days with my dad asking him if I can do it, and my dad's like, "It's too expensive." So he kind of pulled my hand. I never got it done, and I just remember that day feeling like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. So I started painting faces for little kids when I was like 10, and then I would just sketch and paint, and I would charge them $1. I went to school for business, and I never pursued art. And my parents were, this doesn't happen where you're an artist and your parents say, oh, you can have a career. My parents were those parents. They're total hippies. They were like, you know what, you're an artist, you have to celebrate life and la la la. And I was like, no, I'm gonna be broke. So I didn't listen to them, and I went and I did business school. And you know, 4 years later, I started my own business, and I did that whole thing, and I was miserable. And then came M.A.C. When I was 19, I just practiced on everybody. And that experience, as much as I would have had in education, if you don't practice it, because in art, it comes from the heart. It comes from your emotions, it comes from your hands, and the way you see life. That's really what an artist is, right? So you can't really teach art. I mean, you can, you can teach the concept of it, but in practice and in, you know, the theory of it, but you really have to just let it go and practice. The only thing I can say, and I genuinely say this with my heart about M.A.C, is that M.A.C is it has such a wide range of products and such a wide range of following that you have different cultures and different types of skin tones to practice on. In M.A.C, we have this, we have these certifications that are very professional. We start anywhere from just doing a very simple makeup, like an eye and a lip, to then going into a full makeup application with lashes, liner, and then there's advanced makeup, which is also doing fashion shows. So my first break was, I got to do New York Fashion Week. When you're in the setting of doing makeup for a model, it's usually a photo shoot or a fashion show. Yeah. So it's this idea of perfection, that we're all pretending that we are kind of, you know, that we're this, yes, this iconic, beautiful woman, but she doesn't have any problems. She doesn't have any flaws. She's just perfect, you know. So it's fun to play that. But to me, it's funner to play real life in the sense of doing it for somebody, a mother who maybe never has time for herself, which happens to all of us, right? She has 2 kids at home, they're crying, and she's let herself go, because that's what she's telling me. Or a cancer patient who has lost all her hair, and she has no confidence left because to her, she never thought she would have cancer. Or someone who just went through a really bad breakup. These stories of people, that is all of us, that is every woman. And to me, when I am able to touch their face, and at the end, it's something very egotistical, you can say yes. But I think in change, whenever you want to change your life, you have to act as if, right? Yeah. Start first on the outside layer, and then inside you work on the inside, right? So for me to be able to help people in that sense, even though it's very superficial, you can say, but we all still need that feeling of feeling good. And I think that's probably still why I'm a makeup artist. Usually M.A.C, because it's such an artistic brand and there's so much to offer and there's so much support for the artist, for the makeup artist, it changes the whole country. It changes the whole way makeup becomes after that. It's very interesting. So when you go into a country sometimes, you come across artists who are probably at their beginning phases of their makeup artistry. So to them, they might be the best into what they're doing. But then when you're bringing, obviously, you know, M.A.C in, you have to raise the level a little bit more. Because around the world, there's an expectation as well of, you're a M.A.C artist, so you have to know how to do this, this, and that. So to me, the most rewarding as well is being able to teach these people, these makeup artists, how to become better, you know. And I'm more of like, someone taught me, so I'm always also in the sense of, I learn from everyone, so why not give that back to people as well, you know? So it's interesting and it's fun to see someone grow from maybe doing an eyeliner that's a little bit, you know, could be a little cleaner, and then they go into doing an amazing eyeliner and these beautiful looks, and they tell me, oh, I know how to cover a bruise now, and I know how to, you know, cover tattoos. My grandma's supposed to come and visit. She comes from Mexico, and she asked my mother, what does your daughter want? And for some reason, you know, I was actually with my grandma at the mall, and I told her I want lipstick. At 4 years old, that was the story. And so my grandma tells me, she's like, I bought you lipstick. And for me buying you that lipstick, she said that I would stop, seriously, like every like 10, like I would walk 10 steps, stop, grab the mirror and put lipstick on. Like she says, you did this the entire day. So they already knew from there that I was going to be that girl with, somehow associated with makeup, because I just loved it at that age and that was what made me happy.